I'm Dorothy Dandridge. I play the role of Jane Richards, a teacher. And I wasn't sure how it was all going to work out. This was my first day. This is Philip Hepburn, who plays C.T., the boy who never did see much sense in going to school. And this is Harry Belafonte, who plays the part of Mr. Williams, the school principal, who found C.T. the most difficult boy he'd ever known. But it wasn't punishment that C.T. needed. It was love, a love like Tanya's. And Tanya is played by Barbara Sanders. Of course, C.T. never let on that Tanya occupied a special place in his heart. But you couldn't fool the children. It was just a game, a bit of make-believe, like the story we call
Okay, caterpillar, spin your cocoon. Okay, I'm going. But don't tell anybody about this, understand? This is our secret. And when I say secret, I mean secret. Go on home.
first day, my first class. I wonder if you're as scared as I am. Well, there's only one way to find out. Hello, you're late.
I'm always late the first day. Sometimes I'm late the second day, too.
I see. Well, we'll have to talk about that, won't we? Please take a seat. Oh, here's one right down here in the front row. Right here. Now, if you'll all rise, we'll begin the school year by pledging allegiance to the flag. Will you lead us in the pledge, please? You, yes. Come on.
Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Be seated. Well, I guess it's about time we became acquainted. Suppose I skip around the room a bit, and as I call your name, will you please stand and tell me something about yourself? How old you are, where you live, what you did during the summer, anything. Booker T. Jones.
My name's Booker T. Jones. I was 10 years old. I live on Painter's Path. I didn't do nothing in the summer.
Franklin Caldwell.
I'm Franklin Delano Caldwell. I'm Abraham Lincoln Caldwell. We're brothers. I'm 10 years.
Booker T, Franklin Delano, Abraham Lincoln. I have all the great names of history.
We've lived here 5 years. They call me Boyd. They call me Lloyd. I went swimming. I caught a lot of fish. I cooked the fish. Yeah, and you ate them, too.
Thank you, Boyd. You too, Lloyd. We'll have to go into that again sometime. Rachel Smith.
My name is Rachel Veronica Smith. I am 9 years old. My father is a Methodist minister, and my mother is a housewife. Last summer, Daddy took us to New York to visit my Aunt Jen. There are millions and millions of people in New York, and the buildings are so tall they touch the sky. They are too tall as the sky, aren't they, Miss Richards?
Well, as a matter of fact, Rachel. Easy, Jane. Encourage discussion if you can. Well, now, let's see. Is there something you wanted to say? Well, what was it you said?
Didn't mean to say nothing. Buildings as tall as the sky.
Well, as a matter of fact, the buildings in New York are very, very tall. It's as if you took one building and put it on top of another, and another on top of another, until it doesn't... Well, suppose we leave it to the class. How many of you have ever been to New York? Fine. And how tall would you say the buildings are?
It looks as though I was on a mountain. Too high for me, Miss Richard.
I got dizzy looking down.
Well, I guess that gives us a pretty good idea, doesn't it? Do I have your name here?
My name is C.T. C.T. Young.
May I have your full name, please? What do the initials C.T. stand for?
Don't stand for nothing. Just C.T.
Oh, I see. Would you like to give us a report on your summer?
No, ma'am. Don't think I would.
You may sit down. I guess we've had enough reports for a while anyway.
Bye, Junior.
C.T., I don't like keeping children after school, but I want to make sure that you and I understand each other. Now, you didn't make a very good start for your first day, did you? First, you were late. Then you weren't very helpful in class, were you? Were you?
No, ma'am. I ain't never been to New York, but I know one thing silly old Rachel don't know. Ain't nothing in the world as tall as the sky. Nothing.
How many years did you spend in the second grade, C.T.?
2.
And in the third?
2.
And this is your first year in this grade?
Yes, I always spend 2 years in each grade.
How many children in your family?
9.
And you're the oldest?
No, ma'am. I'm sort of in the middle.
Is your father working?
Yes, ma'am. He has a big job at the mill.
Did you bring your lunch to school with you this morning, C.T.?
No, ma'am. I eat such a big breakfast, I don't need no lunch.
Oh, I see. And just what did you have for breakfast this morning?
What I have every morning. Fried chicken and gravy and sweet potatoes and rice and coffee.
What a wonderful, wonderful lie.
Well, I guess...
Would you be on time tomorrow? You may go now. Oh, just one more thing, C.T.
Yes, ma'am.
Just what is it you have against school?
Who, me? Oh, I got nothing against school. But I got nothing for it either.
Came a birdie a-flying on the foot he did light, and his bill he'd a letter with a greeting so bright. Dear birdie,
the message and kiss, where I may not go to. Bless me, they should miss.
Atta girl, come here. Atta girl. Now again. Ready, set, go get it, come here. Go get it. Come here. Go on.
She's a funny dog.
She's a good dog.
Why do you call her come here?
Because she always comes when I call her. Well, most always.
I like the new teacher. I think she's beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love her.
Ah, you talk just like a girl.
Hello, hello.
Be happy. Be happy.
How are you?
Peter, eat your cookie. Peter, eat your cookie. Look at that silly old dog chasing birds. Birds got a right to live, too. So don't you go around trying to scare them. It's all right to chase one once in a while. But if you catch one, there's going to be trouble. Sure enough, trouble.
Came a birdie a-flying, on my foot he did light, in his bill he'd a letter, with a greeting so bright. Dear birdie, fly back now.
Bye now.
Bye.
OCT.
Yeah?
Are you going to be at Sunday school this year?
Nah.
Don't you want to go to heaven?
Nope. This place right here looks good enough. Hey, Sam. Stop messing around with those bees. You get stung. Gonna play in the yard. Hi, Joe. Say, what's the big news today, eh? Cowboys still holding off the Indians?
Oh,
Hi, Candy Lee. Say, you're getting prettier every day. Why do you know it? Hello, sweetheart. Hi, Mark. Whoops! Coming right away.
Come to the church in the wildwood. Oh, come to the church in the vale. No spot is so dear to my childhood as the little brown church in the vale.
How sweet on a clear Sabbath morning to list to the clear ringing bell. Its tones so sweetly are calling. Oh, come to the church in the vale.
Oh, come, 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 come to the church in the wildwood. Oh, come to the church
was very nice. Now, let's see. Suppose we begin at the beginning. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God. Now, who can tell us who God is?
God is our Father.
Our Father who art in heaven.
Very good. Now, why did God make us? Sarah-Leen?
He made us to serve him in this world and to be happy with him forever in the next world.
Now, how did God make us? In what way did he make us? Mary Louise?
God created us in his image. We're all children of God.
Very good, Mary Louise. God created us all in his image. What's the matter, C.T.?
Didn't say nothing.
But you were thinking something, weren't you? Suppose you stand up and tell us how you feel about this.
Can't see how everybody looks like God when some's black and some's white.
Uh-oh. I walked right into that one, didn't I? Well, there's only one answer. I hope he'll understand it. Yes, C.T. God created everybody in his image, black and white.
How come? What color is God anyway?
Well, it isn't a matter of color at all. When God made us in his image, he put a bit of himself in each one of us. He loves us just like your mother and father love you. We're all brothers together.
If white people and black people are brothers, how come they don't act like brothers?
Oh, Lord, let me say the right word just this once. C.T., it isn't God's fault when people don't act like brothers. It isn't an easy thing to do. But we can learn because God is always willing to help us when we ask him.
I noticed, for instance, that in the matter of extra school lunches, we're somewhat over the budget, particularly in your grade, Miss Richards. Well, let's go over some of these names. I'll start with the last one you added, C.T. Young. What about him?
C.T., I had him last year and the year before that, but I never put him on the lunch list.
I remember the boy. He's definitely a backward child.
Does that make him any less hungry?
It's just not fair to the school. It's a pity we can't transfer him somewhere.
Transfer him? Where?
Yes, it isn't as if we had a school for backward children. If we did, of course, the problem would be a simple one.
But, Mr. Williams, I'm not sure this is a backward child.
He may not be a backward child, Miss Richards, but he certainly acts like one.
Mr. Williams, I know I'm a new teacher, and I haven't had much experience, but this boy, this C.T., well, I know he isn't interested in anything we do or say, but he's my pupil now, and it's up to me to work it out.
I think we can take this up later. We'll have to adjourn now, and thank you.
Honey, I didn't know you could talk like that. You sure told him. You were wonderful.
I don't feel so wonderful right now.
Miss Richards.
Yes, Mr. Williams?
How long have you been teaching school, Miss Richards?
This is my first year.
Did it ever occur to you that the others might be right about C.T.?
Maybe they are. I just don't know yet.
Well, since you feel so strongly about it, I'll keep C.T.'s name on the lunch list.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Williams.
That's all right, Miss Richards. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Mr. Williams.
She's young. She'll learn.
I like enthusiasm in a teacher. I think some of us lose it too soon.
8 times 8?
64.
9 times 9?
81.
10 times 10?
100.
4 times 3?
12.
7 times 7?
49.
8 times 8?
64.
9 times 9?
81.
Suppose we let C.T. answer this one. 9 times 9. Well, C.T.? I'll ask C.T. to remain. The rest of you may take the usual recess.
have that piece of paper you were working on? You remember, while the rest of us were doing arithmetic? Come on, let me have it right now. That's not bad. Tell me, C.T., did you have any drawing last year?
A little, not much.
Let me show you something. You know, there are a lot of things you can learn from books besides arithmetic. There now, what do you think of that?
I like mine better.
Yours is very good, but you could do a lot better if you had the right books. You know, we all have to learn from someone who knows more than we do. And it all has to be written down in books so that it can be passed on to the rest of us, so that we... Are you listening to me, C.T.?
No, ma'am. Don't think I am.
All right, C.T., if you just won't listen, take your drawing and go on out and play with the other children.
Don't want to play that game. I ain't no mouse.
Very well, suit yourself. What did you say?
Said I don't want to play that game. Don't want to sing that song. It's a mean thing to do, cut off a mouse's tail.
You know, that's just the way I've always felt about that song, too.
Sure enough?
Sure enough.
Sure enough.
Don't mourn. True love don't weep. True love don't mourn. True love don't weep or mourn for me. Going back to Mobile town. Someday I pray my train will come. Someday I pray my train will come. Someday I pray my train will come. Then I can go back where I come from. Suzanne, 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 you're gone. Every night when the sun goes down, every night when the sun goes down, every night when the sun goes down, hang my head in mournful crying.
Good evening, Miss Richards.
Good evening.
Just relaxing after a hard day's work.
That was a lovely ballad.
Thank you.
Good night.
Ah, Miss Richards.
Yes.
You look tired.
I am.
There's nothing like a pick-me-up when you're tired. Why don't I walk you down for an ice cream soda?
Why don't you?
Look what I have. My name is
Open it. Look at it. You have a passing C. The first C you've ever had. C.T., what am I going to do with you? And on the very day I gave you your first good mark.
Good mark.
Didn't you even read your report card? Well, take a good look at it right now.
I ain't never passed nothing before. You won't touch your hair on her head. Come on, come here.
Well, that's very interesting, Roger. But what is it?
That's the way I go home.
You like it, Miss Richards? Oh, yes, C.T. I certainly do. Your drawing is getting better all the time. But where would you ever see a bee like that in the middle of the winter?
Oh, I have lots of them at home. Me and them, we're sort of in business. They make a little honey, I sell it.
That's wonderful. Keep that up, I'll have to give you a B, at least in drawing. Oh, by the way, C.T., will you help us with a Christmas poster?
What kind of poster?
Oh, something in a nice big Santa Claus.
Ain't no Santa Claus.
Oh, really, C.T.? All right, I won't argue with you about Santa Claus, but... well, never mind. Children, it's time for our music period. Will you help them with the work table, please?
Thou art great, thou art good, and we thank thee for this food. By thy hand must all be fed. Give us, Lord, our daily bread.
Amen. And Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Mama and Papa. Merry Christmas, children. Merry Christmas. Jimmy, come on, eat now. Is this good, honey? Is this nice? Enjoy it. All right, then.
Hi, you.
Oh, boy! Look what your mother has for you, children. Isn't that lovely, huh? Isn't it nice?
Merry Christmas from the bees. They shouldn't have done it, Jake. They can't afford to give his honey away. It's the only money he ever gets.
I wouldn't worry about that, Mother. I wouldn't worry about that at all.
Okay, I ain't gonna be late. But don't tell anyone about this, understand?
Good morning, Miss Richards. Did you have a pleasant Christmas?
Oh, yes, thank you. I had a fine visit with my family down in Mobile. But it really feels good to get back to work again. Oh, yes, I want to thank you for that lovely gift.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it. You know, I was afraid you might have thought it was a bit too...
Too gay? You know, I like to be gay once in a while.
Well, that's fine, just fine.
It is?
You know, Miss Richards, your class is doing very, very well. Even that boy C.T. is picking up quite a bit, isn't he?
Yes, but he's not doing as well as he could.
I see you still have high hopes for him.
Yes, very high.
Well, maybe you're right. There's no harm in hoping.
Come here, Junior. My name is not Junior. It's George Junior.
Not what your mammy calls you then.
Oh, Junior! You hear me, Junior?
Jiggers! Miss Richards!
Good morning, boys and girls.
Good morning, Miss Richards.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Miss Richards.
It's good to be with you again. I hope you all had a very nice Christmas. It's been quite a long time since we last met. I'm sure we all have a lot to talk about. Think about, too. Suppose we start off the new year by combining oral English with one of our thought periods. Now, let's see. What shall we think about today? Booker?
Don't want to think about nothing. Don't want to?
Not wanna, want to.
Don't want to think about nothing.
He shouldn't say nothing. The right word is anything.
Don't want to think about anything.
Very good, Booker. That was very well said. But we should think about something. Now, hands on desk. Eyes shut. And let's all think of the thing most beautiful to each one of us. Well, my friend, what's the matter now? Come on, try hard. There must be something worth remembering, even if there is no Santa Claus. All right, suppose we compare notes now. George, what would you say is the most beautiful thing in the world?
A 16-cylinder automobile with the top down.
Boyd?
Baseball. 7th inning. Bases loaded. Sock. Over the fence.
Roger.
Miss Richards, I can't think of anything beautiful. I just keep thinking of Joey.
Joey? Who's Joey?
Joey is a big boy in the 5th grade. I played marbles with him yesterday and I won. But Joey won't give me the marbles, so I just keep thinking of Joey.
I see. Well, thank you just the same, Roger. Rachel?
The most beautiful thing as I remember it is my Christmas. In the morning, my father preached a beautiful sermon. And at noon, we had a beautiful dinner. And I got a beautiful doll and a beautiful carriage and beautiful clothes. And that wasn't all.
I got a doll, too, and it's really tall.
I got a baby carriage and a music box, too.
I got a pocket knife. I got some new shoes. I got a bike.
I got. All right. Thank you very much. C.T., what would you say is the most beautiful thing in the world? What did you do during Christmas vacation, C.T.?
I didn't do nothing much. I mean, anything much. I just helped around the house, took care of my bees, sold some honey, bought some paint for the house, fixed up the porch real nice.
Blessings on you, C.T. I'm proud of you. You didn't get, you gave.
I guess that's all. Oh, yeah, Except for Miss Smith, the white lady Mama works for. She was sick a bit, took care of her chickens. I thought she'd give me one, maybe, but she didn't. I was going to take one, but I didn't. Well, that's all.
I'm sorry, but I think that'll have to be all for now. Well, maybe there's time for just one more, Tanya. What's the most beautiful thing you thought of?
A princess.
A princess?
Yes, a princess in a fairy tale. A fairy tale, a fairy tale.
Please, Miss Richard, read it. Snow White! A fairy tale.
Very well. If you want a fairy tale, you shall have one, by all means. But I'm not going to tell you a fairy tale. You're going to tell me one. Our February project will be a fairy tale play, The Sleeping Beauty. Now remember, you're the audience. Roses, form your hedge. In your places, guards. Ready? Now remember, everybody in the palace has been asleep for 100 years.
No, it won't. Not if I can help it. I'm the wicked fairy. You'll see. As soon as Prince Charming comes, the princess will wake up and we'll all have a wonderful party.
Prince Charming, hey? He'll never get through those roses. And even if he does, he won't wake them up. They've been asleep for 100 years.
Look, look, here comes Prince Charming now.
Go get him, Prince Charming. Atta boy.
Open up for Prince Charming!
George? George, are you all right? Boyd, what are you trying to do?
It says in the book, the roses choked the prince. And that's what us roses did. We choked him.
Wake up, fair one. It is I, Prince Charming. Wake up, fair one. It is I, Prince Charming.
Tanya, I said what I'm supposed to say. Tanya! Tanya! Miss Richards, she's sure enough sleeping. I can't wake her.
Tanya. Tanya.
Miss Richards, this girl is sick. Very sick.
Feels like a fever. I'd better get Dr. Mitchell.
I'll get someone to take her home.
I brought you some fresh coffee.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Hamilton. Coffee, Dr. Mitchell. Doctor, I want you to know how much I appreciate all you've done.
That's all right. I only wish I could do more. Such a beautiful child.
If only we'd had some warning of this.
That's the trouble with virus pneumonia. It doesn't give you any warning. It doesn't give you any time. It strikes like a thief in the night, and it strikes hard.
Is there any hope?
There's always hope, Miss Richards. I've sent for the serum. I'll do everything I can.
God bless you, Doctor.
I think you better get some rest. I'm going to stay here for a while.
Good night, Doctor.
Good night.
I have to leave now, Mrs. Hamilton. I'll be out again tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow.
Don't worry, Mrs. Hamilton.
Worry. No. Good night, Miss Richards. I wish I knew how to thank you for everything.
There's nothing to thank me for. We all love Tanya.
Everything lasts such a little while. Why, Miss Richards? Why can't things last just a bit longer? Why? She's so little.
Good night, Mrs. Hamilton. Hello, C.T. Would you like to walk as far as the corner with me?
Yes, I sure would. Tanya ain't gonna die, is she?
Now, C.T., who said anything about dying?
Is she?
We don't know for sure, C.T. All we know is there's always hope.
What happens when people die?
You know the answer to that, C.T. We had it in Sunday school.
Yes, I know. But what I mean is, if Tanya does die, won't I never see her again? Won't she never come back? Oh, C.T., I don't want Tanya to die. I don't. If there's for sure a God, he won't let her die. Here, Tanya.
You'll all remain after school. Report to your classes immediately. CT, I'll see you in my office now.
All right, Booker, all right. Stop your crying. We'll take care of that cut.
Miss Richards, this boy will have to be punished. Well, I know he's been hurt, deeply hurt. But because he's been hurt, we can't go around hurting other people.
Yes, Mr. Williams, and how will you punish him?
Well, CT?
Yes, sir?
Running away from school, staying away, fighting as soon as you get back. What would you recommend I do?
What else is there but a whipping?
That's right.
Well, might as well whip. You gave me 6 last time.
Don't you tell me how to do my job. And I hope this whipping takes effect. And I hope I never see you in here in trouble again.
Seems like trouble just keeps happening.
There must be a far more effective way of punishing you. There must be some way.
And so you're not to talk to CT, and he's not to talk to you. He's to work by himself and play by himself. And anyone who does talk to him will receive the same punishment. Whenever CT decides to tell us he's sorry for what he did, the punishment will be over.
I'm never gonna say I'm sorry.
All right, let's see who has the correct answer to the first problem. CT? CT?
Man, you sure need help. You ain't no better now than you were at Christmas.
Shut up. I'm not supposed to talk to you. Nobody's supposed to talk to you.
All right, then. Don't talk to me.
Ah, heck. You don't know the answers anyway.
That's what you and that old teacher think.
Shut up. I said nobody's supposed to talk to you. But I sure could use the answers.
You ain't gonna talk to me, and I ain't gonna talk to you. I'm just gonna happen to mention some numbers, and you're just gonna happen to write them down. 9 times 5 is 45.
9 times 5 or 45.
Is, boy, is. 3 times 8 is 24.
3 times 8 are 24.
7 times 2 is 14.
7 times 2 are 14.
4 times 7 is 28.
So that's how it is. You won't do the arithmetic for me, but you will do it for Roger.
7 times
You
7
know,
is
I ought to
49.
punish you both for this. But I don't think I will.
8 times 6 is 48.
8 times 6 are 48.
Is, boy, is.
Now, just a moment, please. Before we dismiss for lunch, Sarah Leen has an announcement to make.
It's a circus.
Maybe it's a parade. Boy, oh boy, let me out.
Now, it's only a calliope, and you can all look at it during lunch hour. Now, listen, please, for just a moment. Sarah Leen?
My father has bought us all tickets for the circus. And Miss Richards says, she says the whole school is getting out early, so he won't miss a thing, not a thing.
Yes, Booker?
Miss Richards, can CT go with us too?
That's entirely up to CT. But if he doesn't want to, I'll arrange for someone to stay with him here.
Well, CT, how long can you keep this up? I know you've been hurt, but please come out of your shell.
Tell her you're sorry, CT. No, never gonna say I'm sorry. But when are you ever gonna see a circus again? Who cares about an old circus?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Where are you planning on spending your vacation?
In Mobile.
You don't seem very happy about it.
Oh, yes, I am. It's not that.
It's CT.
Yes. Seems I failed. I thought that mine would be the one class in which he wouldn't have to spend 2 years.
Be careful, Jane. A good teacher loves the children in her class, but she doesn't let them break her heart. She needs her heart for next semester.
You can talk to your heart, but how can you make it listen?
day, sir.
CT,
Yes, sir.
I want you to know that we're all very proud of you, CT.
You are?
Find the rest of your class in the auditorium.
Oh, could I leave this for Miss Richards in our room?
Certainly, go ahead.
CT, the others are in the auditorium. Why, is that your caterpillar? The one you've been drawing all winter?
It's almost ready to be a butterfly.
CT, how wonderful.
I was saving it for Tanya. Would you like it, Miss Richards?
Why, CT, I'd love it. Would it be all right if I shared this with the class?
Sure enough.
Fine, you call the class and I'll take care of things here. Oh, CT.
Yes, Miss Richards?
I never said thank you, did I?
It's all right, Miss Richards. Never said I was sorry, either.
Think of it. Last September, he was just a little old caterpillar crawling along on the ground. Now he's coming awake after a long winter's sleep. A beautiful change is taking place. He's being born all over again. Just as you and I will be born again someday. And everyone we've ever known or loved. We don't know what it'll be like any more than the caterpillar did. And so when the butterfly spreads its wings and flies away, we have to remember that we've been very lucky. For here today we have a wonderful promise of things to come.
You mustn't. Mr. Williams, CT hit me.
CT was right, Saraline. Even a butterfly must have its freedom. I hope you both have a pleasant vacation.
Oh, Miss Richards. You know what?
What, CT?
I love you.